I posted a comment, not a comment, I posted a quote that had to do with your progress and indicators of your progress, and one of the indicators being that you no longer beat yourself up for your imperfections, or it's something to that effect. And there was someone who had mentioned in the comments that I think what they said was something to the effect of, "I guess I'm not progressing." And it's disheartening a lot of times when I see things like that, or people thinking like that, because, well, a couple of reasons. Because it reminds me of when I was in a victim mindset, and it reminds me of how miserable I was when I was in that mindset. It is a version of the poor me attitude, and I'm not judging. I'm just stating what is. But the problem is that when we decide we want to go do something, or learn something, or whatever, anytime we want to improve ourselves in any way, or we set out to achieve something, we are incredibly impatient. We're impatient for the results. We want to see results yesterday. We want to go and be an expert immediately. I know it was true for me. I see it in my clients. I see it in my students. I see it in a lot of people. Almost everybody that I come into contact with that's trying to make a change, they want the results immediately. And so what happens is, when we don't see the results, we think it's not working. We think we're not making any progress, and that's not the case. I've not yet met a farmer who plants the field, waters the field, and after a week doesn't see anything coming up through the ground, and then just scraps it all and discs the whole field and says, well, nothing was happening. That's not how it works. They plant their field, they water their field, they continue to water their field, they continue to water their field, knowing full on that something is happening under that dirt, even though they can't see it. And then months later, they're harvesting like they knew they would. But something's going on. Something's always happening. If you're putting in the effort, big effort or small effort, but consistent effort with patience, something's happening. You are progressing. But you have to be patient. You've got to be consistent, and you've got to be patient. What's going to happen is there will come a time where you finally see change. And when you finally see change, it will begin to take on this lightning fast growth. You'll see more results in the following days and weeks than you saw in the first weeks and months of putting in the effort. You just have to stay with it. You've got to stay consistent, and you've got to stay patient. Do something every day that furthers you emotionally, mentally, and that furthers you physically. It doesn't have to be a ton. It can be anything at all. It can be one push-up. It can be, I just got out of a sub 50 degree pool because I want the cold therapy. Cold showers weren't enough anymore. I needed some more. So I walked in the pool and stayed in for 1 minute. 3 to 5 minutes is my goal. 11 minutes per week at least is my goal, but I'm just starting out. So I went in there for 1 minute. Some is better than none. If I'd been in there for 30 seconds, that would have been fantastic. Or 10 seconds, that would have been outstanding. But I stayed in for a minute. And pretty soon it'll be 2 minutes. And then shortly after that, it'll be 3 minutes. And the benefits are happening whether I see them right now or not. Consistency is key, and patience is absolutely critical. You've got to be patient enough and have faith in knowing that something is happening even if you can't see it. So be consistent, be patient, change is happening. You'll see it when you're supposed to, but you have to earn that. You've got to earn that. I think that's what's happening. The universe says, yeah, you want to make a change? Okay, good for you. You got started. Good for you. You stayed with it for a little while. We're going to really see how bad you want this change. We're going to hold back your results for a while to see if you're serious. And if you're serious and you stay with it and you're patient, then guess what? We'll show you the results. That's how the universe is working. So stay with it. Stay patient. Have some compassion for yourself. No victim mindset allowed. No victim mindset allowed. And you will see what you want to see. You will have what you want to have. You will be what you want to be. And you will feel how you want to feel if you stay with it and if you're patient.